99X, it's the Morning X, Barnes and Leslie, Fram, the time has come.
Yes.
Are you ready?
I don't know what to say. I'm so excited.
You know, the teases have gone on for 6 months, all the anticipation, all the excitement, and finally we will now reveal, doing middays on 99X, that means 10 to 3 p.m., every single day, Leslie's husband, Lanny West. All right, Lanny! This is going to be great. I cannot wait till Lanny gets on here. I think he's going to be perfect. So,
no, it was not an April Fool's joke, but it's a joke.
Oh, it is? Oh, I thought
yes, let's do the real big announcement.
All right.
The legendary, the OG announcement. Come on, Barnes.
Ladies and gentlemen, Steve Craig is in the building. Come on now. Hey, everybody. There you are. Look at him. That sounds so familiar.
We promise the OG.
If you go to the Atlanta United matches or the Atlanta Gladiators hockey games, you can still hear my voice, though.
Yes, you can. And, you know, I wondered what happened to you because it's been so many years since I've had any contact, wink, at all.
Wink, wink.
Wink, nudge.
But, dude, this has given me the feels. Steve is back.
Yes, I mean, well, that's the entire original cast is what we promised.
Except, rest in peace, Sean Demery, which
yes.
he would have been here, I believe, 1,000,000%.
Well, there is going to be a portrait of Sean Demery in the studio that will basically say WWSD. What would Sean Demery do?
Yeah.
And also, you know, this is all a dedication in memory of Sean Demery bringing 99X back. So let's not forget that either. But, Steve, I know everyone is going to, first of all, they're going to be excited that Steve Craig is back. But they're going to want to know, what are you bringing back to 99X?
Well, of course, the obvious stuff would be the House of Retro Pleasure, which I'm just dying to get in there and play with. Steve's College of Musical Knowledge, of course, you know, because we have like tons of concert tickets we've been giving away since December now. And the Wheel of Ramones, I got to find that thing and grease it up. It's been a long time for that. And the nice thing about the whole resurrection of the brand of 99X is we already launched Organic X with Matt Jones, which sounds amazing on Sunday mornings, which is awesome. Resurrection Sunday, speaking of resurrecting, the nice thing about this is we're hoping to get this done very, very soon. And it's a Mutation Brewery, which is a really, really cool place, outside areas, and it's got inside area, big giant deck, and it's exactly across the street from American Pie, where Resurrection Sunday was
funny.
For years and years and years. It's great. And of course, you know, we'll be featuring all the great 80s stuff from your college years. We can't, of course, ignore locals only. We've always been a big supporter of local music. That's going to be on the bill as well. Live X, we'll be having these classic Live X performances, new Live X performances. We're talking maybe the Beat Factory with Yvonne on a Saturday night, Sunday School to kind of get people into some of the newer stuff that's out there. Everything is going to be coming back.
Well, what people don't know, some people may, but Steve is the boss. And one of the amazing things, Steve is the program director. So Steve, because, you know, he knows all the ins and outs of what this station was and can be. And so it was very nice of the station management to put us almost like the president. You have a special line that you've got installed where anytime I hit, and there's a button right here that says, if you need Steve, and it goes, if I hit that, supposedly you will appear.
Yes.
So don't think I'm not going to be hitting that thing a lot.
And the funny thing is, Steve, is you can't, when I call you now, because whenever I call him, Barnes, he picks up the phone and says, hey, boss. Can't do it anymore.
I do the same thing.
You're the boss now. So it's like I'm hearing a song in my head. So one thing I need to ask you, Steve Craig, how special, because I'm still sort of pinching myself, that we're in this moment in time where we could come back to the radio station that we loved for so many years, and we're able to do this all over again. Well, it's because of the listeners, but How special is that?
This is the only thing that would ever bring me out of retirement, is to get together with all my friends, the people that we built a legacy on for 16 years, and to have this come back and have such a great response from the listeners. This goes back, of course, to the 30th anniversary party that we had, which everybody was going nuts, and they're showing their freeloader cards. By the way, the freeloader card program just might be coming back.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, so I mean, all that we were getting from the listeners and fans, people in Atlanta, people outside of Georgia that were listening online. This has been just a magical time to see this happen and see this all come together. And it all started basically at a taco stand on Peachtree with me and Barnes.
Yeah.
And that was the whole thing, is like, hey, we're thinking about getting the band back together.
Well, but it wasn't even that. It was, we were sitting at lunch, which we would go to lunch like a couple times a year. Like if I was in town and he was available, we would go to lunch. And we were sitting on Peachtree, and I was like, what would it take for you to leave your job at the river? And you're like, it would have to be something special.
That's right.
It would have to be all the original people. It would have to be, the people that are still around, the people who are still available, and the people who are still holding that passion to do what we did. And then it kind of went into, well, we kind of want you to be the program director. And I said, well, what about Leslie Fram? She's not doing anything right now.
But this wasn't until after you quit, though. This was all a fantasy several years ago when you were like, that would be the only way. And I was like, ha-ha, we're both, ha-ha, that'll never happen. And then
exactly.
You heard it go on the air in January or before that. You heard it, and then you heard us go back, and then the magic kind of started to brew because all of a sudden, magically, you're available.
It was just like a really magical time and coincidence, and I was already available, because I was dealing with family issues that were coming up and, aging parents and that kind of thing, working with Angel Flight. And I was there, and it all kind of came together magically, I think.
Steve Craig is back. Steve, when do you start on 99X?
Yes.
Today.
Oh, really?
Whoa.
Yes. In just a couple hours.
Unreal.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, finally.
And everyone was all thinking they're going to have to wait. We had a false start, and unfortunately, we tried to rush it, and it just didn't work out. But we can tell you now that today, the Steve Show starts at 10. Are you nervous?
I'm just prepped and ready to go.
Wow.
Right.
Break out the tiki bar. Come on.
Okay, well, then we're going to have a first ever crossover. Like, again, since we haven't done it in 20-something years? 20 years? I don't know how long. So right before when you get on at 10 today, I need you to come back. But I want you to be on call because I'm thinking I may pull you in for a few more segments today anyway. So
I have that buzzer ready to go.
Right. I'm going to use my buzzer. And it's almost like, I love it. It's like almost having a butler. Just kidding. Steve, can you bring me a Diet Coke, please, on your way?
I thought you already had a butler.
Are you taking requests today? Because I have a few requests. So anyway.
Of course.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Do you even know how to use all this stuff yet?
I do. I've been kind of training a little bit. Yeah. It's all very high tech. It's all very state of the art.
So you've been sneaking.
I had a real hard time finding the cart machines and the turntable.
Two turntables and a microphone.
Yeah.
I want to hear Oingo Boingo.
Which one?
Anything.
Only a Lad? I think I'll do that on the House of Retro Pleasure, which will be firing up at noon.
Come on, you got to tell me. Just saying all these things right now has got to get you a little juiced.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm pumped. I have been since, Christmas?
I'm taking the day off.
Get ready. 10 o'clock today. It's your new midday guy, everybody. The Steve Show.
The Morning Mix with Barnes and Leslie. 99X.
For a limited time, Sweet Deals is offering qualified listeners the vacation of a lifetime. An all-inclusive 5-day, 4-night stay in a suite for just 2 adults and up to 2 children in Cancun, Mexico for just $299. This opportunity is valued at more than $2,600. That's right, a $2,600 vacation for $299, and it's all-inclusive, meaning all your food and drinks are included. Attendance is required at a presentation for Vacation Club ownership, but who cares? offers. There's no purchase necessary. And you have a 30-day money-back guarantee if you change your mind. Do not miss this exclusive luxury vacation offer from SweetDeals.com. $299 for 4 nights at an all-inclusive resort in beautiful Cancun, Mexico. Go to SweetDeals.com right now and snag this once-in-a-lifetime offer. That's SweetDeals.com.